Welcome. We're going to use the stairs, and it's going to be different to start with, but as we get going, you're going to feel a lot of familiarity in breath and even through the movement patterns. Just shaking it up, switching it up, keeping things interesting at the stairs. So join me. We're going to find equal weight through both of our feet, starting to ground down through the base of our big toes, spreading out and across to our little toes, feeling weight in the heels. Just taking a couple of knee bends, feeling weight equally through both feet, but then equally distributed through your feet. We're going to move slower today, and we're going to try to be as symmetrical as possible, knowing that we don't move symmetrically. We're not aiming to try and move perfectly throughout our day, but this just intention of trying to be a bit more symmetrical is going to highlight maybe some areas of tension or movement patterns that have a lot of range of motion. So just go through a couple of other knee bends, feeling equal weight spread through your feet. Then we're going to bring that awareness up the chain. We're going to find a balance in our feet so that we feel aligned and stacked with our rib cage over our pelvis. We're going to take 3 deeper breaths in together. So take your hands, if you want, up by your head. We're going to take our breath in, move those hands down. We're filling into our rib cage, filling into the front and the sides of our abdomen. Maybe bringing that breath all the way down to the bottom of the pelvis. Everything is filling and lengthening, and then exhale, hands move up, air travels out. Inhale, fill. Exhale, exit, up and out. And if we want on that exhale, inhale, lengthen. The exhale, we could actually create tension. All right, settle in. It's the only specific breath work we're going to do, or that I'm going to mention, but you can definitely bring that in any of the positions. Now let's go ahead and bring our hands, palms together at we could call heart center. And we're going to take those hands up and over our head. Our shoulders are going to shrug up. And then we're going to shrug those shoulders down, keeping the arms straight. Hands passing in front of the head and then to heart center. And we're going to start to fold, keeping our hands at our chest. We're shooting our hips back, taking note, equal weight through both of my feet and really hinging. Now don't you move, but I'm going to turn. We're really hinging. So a little bit of softness in my knees, but mostly a big shift of my hips back. And you're going to keep hinging forward until you feel yourself start to round. And then you're going to take your hands and place them onto the step that's nearest to you. So I could come up 1 step higher, and I might step a bit more forward just to get myself positioned. This second step is a really good position for me. And what we're going to try to do is move down 1 step from wherever we start. So place your hands, find equal weight through both of your feet. And now you're going to move your hips side to side, really reaching your hip back as far as you can while keeping your hands placed. You can let one knee bend a little bit as you push your hips towards that side. Take a little pause, a nice deep breath with your hip scooped to one side. And then come back to neutral. And then let your hip shift and move to the other side. Now my knee on that opposite side is bent. Breathing into that low back and rib cage. I'm going to come back to my neutral position, find equal weight through both of my feet, and I am going to see if I can
Lean forward, allowing myself to round. Take my hands to a step lower. Tuck my chin, let my head hang. 2 deep breaths here. In and out. And then we're going to slowly roll up.
Back into standing, taking our time. If you'd like, just take a moment, add a little bit of rotation. And then we are going to stand on the bottom step. We're going to let our heels hang down from the edge. So I'm just going to roll my pants up so you can see, hopefully, my toes here. And I'm standing with my toes, the base of my toes on the step, and then I'm letting my heels hang down. Hi, Bentley. And in this position, I'm going to get up nice and tall, rib cage over pelvis, and I'm going to pedal my legs. So I'm going to let one of my heels sink down a little bit lower. I feel like these were not the best pants to be wearing, but it's just what happens sometimes. But letting that one heel sink down while the other knee bends, and then shifting your weight up and over so I can drop my other heel down and the opposite knee will bend. I'm going to come up onto my toes as high as I can, feeling the base of my toe on the step. Now, if you need to make an adjustment, just come forward so that the base of all of your toes are on the step. I'm up nice and tall. My ankles are stacked over my foot. And then I'm going to drop both of my heels off of the stairs. Maybe I'm leaned forward a little bit. I'm going to take 2 deep breaths here. Inhale, filling and lengthening. Exhale. Air up and out, recoiling and shortening. And then let's just march for about 10 times, dropping the heel, bending the opposite knee. If this is uncomfortable at all through your back, just lean forward. Hold on to the rails. We're going to come back down to the very bottom step. We're going to forward fold one more time. We're going to really lengthen through the back of the legs, all the way up the spine. We might even feel a gentle stretch at the base of the neck. We're going to round forward, feeling equal weight through both of our feet. If you're ready, come down to 1 step lower. In this position, we're going to try to go through a couple of cat-cows. They're going to be really small. So I'm extended, trying to flash my sits bones, tipping my pelvis. My chest is up, shoulder blades together. I'm going to push through both of my hands, both of my feet, round my spine, tuck my pelvis, tuck my head. Come down into the opposite position, bending the knees as much as you need to. Wiggling those hips back and forth, letting your hips sink nice and far back. All right, great. And then just let the knees be soft because now we're going to pedal the legs. So bending and straightening, one leg at a time, feeling some nice length coming through the side body as the leg straightens and the other leg bends, and just walk it out. Take a couple of deep breaths into your belly. Soften your face and your jaw. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. And then over the next couple of breaths, you're just going to walk yourself up, roll yourself up into standing. Get up nice and tall. Reach the hands up overhead. Interlace the fingers if you'd like. Reach up. One more deep breath together. Thank you so much for being here today. It was an absolute pleasure to have you, and we'll definitely see you again.